Fun fact, this is from Dragonstorm1234. Fun fact, if Nick and Ryan do win the belts, they're the second set of brothers to win the tag titles. Only the Hardys have done it before. Sir, are you trying to say that Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley, or Bully Ray and Brother Devon or Brother Ray and Brother Devon are not brothers? How dare you? You disgust me. No, that's actually true. Because I don't think they Dragonstorm. Maybe you can correct me. I don't think Generation Me, Young Bucks, when they were in TNA, I don't think they ever won the tag titles, did they? I know they were in matches with Motor City Machine Guns for the titles, but I don't think they ever won. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right about that one. So yeah, that actually tracks. That they would only be the second brothers behind the Hardy brothers to actually win the TNA tag titles. The Swink. The Swing says the last match the System lost was to Okada and Motor City Machine Guns in January. Yeah, actually, that is right. I forgot about that. Let's see. IO Productions. You left out Penta and Phoenix. There you go. See, look. All right. So yeah, the Lucha Brothers, in fact, when they were in TNA, were the Impact Wrestling back then, but they were the tag team champions, and Pentagon was the world champion for half a set of tapings. He won it at whatever they call it, was Redemption. He won a 3-way at Redemption, and then like the next night at the tapings, dropped the title back to Austin Aries. But so yeah, so there you go. So the only brother tag team so far in TNA history to ever win the tag titles are the Hardys and the Lucha Brothers. And Gen Me never won the belts. In fact, they only won 3 matches as a team in TNA. So there you go. Wonder why they left. I wonder why they left. David Hadley in the chat said, "How are you, Mike? I started working inside the prison on Monday. Miss catching you and JD on Thursdays, but bedtimes, yeah, man. Hey, look, sorry that you can't join us live. Work and money is far more important than anything that we're doing on our show. But always feel free to catch us on YouTube afterwards, or if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/Mike and JD show, and you can get the audio ad free. Voices of Wrestling adds in a bunch of commercials to our stuff, and it's like sponsored. They send us like a quarterly dividend for that stuff. So, but if you want to really support the show, go to patreon.com/Mike and JD show, and you can get the audio immediately before everybody else gets it. If you're not a YouTube guy, you can get the audio, and same thing with this. So, you guys are watching this on YouTube for free, but if you want it ad free, if you're not a YouTube premium subscriber, and you just like the audio, you don't really care to see my stupid face, which I understand. I respect that. Just go to Patreon, and the only way to get the audio is through the Patreon. I don't upload it anywhere else. The Voices of Wrestling don't get it. It's not monetized like that. It's just only for Patreon subscribers. So yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. Do we have any other notes for TNA? Oh, one thing I did want to make mention of is Rosemary. Believe it or not, Rosemary is about to go back to AAA. She is a part of the big Triple Mania thing coming up. Which is wild, because if you guys remember, it was, I think, 2017, when Jeff Jarrett was still in charge of TNA. This is before the Callis and D'Amore regime took over. He took Rosemary to AAA, and she wrestled in a match. It was probably like a garbage match. It was with Sexy Star, and Sexy Star, the original Sexy Star, actually injured her, like shot on her during the match and injured her pretty bad, like blew her knee out or something like that. It was wild too. And a lot of people were mad. Like, Sexy Star was like banned from a lot of places. She ended up leaving that company. She went to MMA, and then since then AAA has had they created a new Sexy Star, who I don't know who it is, but not the same person, not as good either. I think the original Sexy Star was actually pretty good. Like, I just remember her from Lucha Underground. I always thought she was pretty good. So, yeah, but she's actually going back to AAA, which is wild to me. I just never thought that would happen. So, that's and it's of course it's one of the Triple Mania, one of the Triple Mania deals. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get into this Impact taping. Hold on, actually, you guys are correcting people, man. I love that you guys have a good memory because I do not. Ohio versus everything. Dave and Jake Crist also brother tagged. So man, Dragonstorm, these guys are tearing you apart tonight or today. OVE, Dave and Jake Crist were tag team champions, and so were the Briscoe brothers. People forget about the small run that the Briscoe brothers had in between their Ring of Honor and AEW runs. A lot of people forget about that. They did win the tag team titles. They were in just for a couple of tapings. They were awesome. I was so excited to have the Briscoes in TNA. I remember covering them. They did some really good stuff. I think they made their debut like WrestleMania weekend against the Good Brothers. And then they ended up coming in for a few tapings. I think they wrestled through Slammiversary, and then all of a sudden they just went right back to AEW because AEW had just bought Ring of Honor, but WBD